Good morning. So in this session, we are going to discuss about the Amazon Web Services database concept. First here, what is database? Database is an organized collection of data so that we can easily access and manage. Databases, it plays a crucial role in functioning of an application. Also, performance of application is directly depends on how the underlying database performs for the application. The AWS Database Service is a set of databases offered by the AWS Cloud Platform. There are numerous options we can find to run managed relational database and also managed NoSQL databases. Here, there are different advantages are there. One is scalable, high scalable. It is providing. We can scale your database as your application grows without any downtime. And also, the another one is fully managed, another advantage. Everything from maintenance to hardware upgrades is managed by the AWS. And one more advantage, AWS database is enterprise class. We get the same world-class infrastructure used by Amazon's e-commerce platform. That is, it is providing one of the advantages. And also it is providing the another advantage, workforce reduction. Since everything is managed by the AWS, you don't need a database maintenance team in your organization. Everything can be managed by the AWS. That's also the another advantage. These are some of the advantages in the AWS databases: high scalable, fully managed, enterprise class, and workforce reduction. And then here, the AWS, the databases they are supporting, the different databases are supporting. One is different types of databases are supporting: relational database, key value database, in-memory database, document database, wide column database, graph database, time series database, ledger database. Those are different types of databases are supported by the AWS. Okay. Now, we'll discuss one by one. That is, the first one is AWS database in-memory database. In-memory, first we are discussing one by one. First, we have to discuss about the key value database. Here, the key value database is a type of non-relational database. It's a type of non-relational database that uses simple key value method to store the data. Key value database store the data as a collection of key value pairs, in which the key serves as a unique identifier. It is a NoSQL database. Here, in which type of use cases we are using key value databases? High traffic web applications use the key value database. E-commerce system use the key value database. Gaming application using the key value database. The types of AWS services in key value databases: Amazon DynamoDB. Okay, that's about some features I have to explain. That is now the another type of the databases the AWS is supporting, the in-memory database. In-memory database. Here, in-memory database keeps all data in random access memory. Random access memory of computer. Only the main memory is accessed when querying data. This allows for faster access of data than the disk-based system. It is also comes under NoSQL database. In which type of application memory database, in-memory database is used is session management, gaming leaderboards, real-time bidding we are using in in-memory database is used. The types of AWS services in-memory, Amazon Elastic Cache and Amazon MemoryDB for Redis we are using. Now, the another type of database, wide column database. The wide column database is stored and grouped into separately stored columns. Instead of the rows, we are storing the data in column format. Queries for particular value in column are very fast, as the entire column can be loaded and searched quickly if we are using the wide column database. Such databases organize information into columns that function similar to tables in the relational databases. The use cases we are using, high-scale industry applications. For equipment maintenance, we are using this wide column database, fleet management, and route optimization purpose. We use wide column databases. The types of AWS services in wide column databases, Amazon key spaces. Okay. Now, we move to the another type of the database, that is graph database. This graph database, it is a database type represent a relationship directly using the graph database. You can query data with the specific graph languages. It is storing billions of relationships and querying the graph with milliseconds latency. That's the advantage if we are using graph database. In which type of applications we are using graph databases? Fraud detection, social networking, and recommendation engines use the graph database. Types of AWS service in graph database is Amazon Neptune. This service is providing in the AWS. Now, we move to the another AWS database types, ledger database. Here, the ledger database add a layer of digital signature for each transaction. So anyone can audit the list and see that it was constructed correctly or not. More importantly, no one has gone back to adjust a previous transaction to change the history. In which type of application we are using ledger databases, banking transactions, supply chain system, and cryptocurrency, and the insurance claims, HR and payroll system, we are using ledger database. Types of AWS services are supporting in ledger databases. These services providing in the AWS. Amazon Quantum Ledger Database is supported. Okay. Now, the another AWS database types it is supporting, relational database. The relational database, traditional applications, enterprise resource planning, customer relationship management, on the e-commerce application, we are using relational database. The types of AWS services in relational database, it is providing the service using RDS service. And also it is providing the service Amazon Redshift service. Using these, AWS is providing the relational databases. Next, the another type of the database, another type. So sir, the Amazon is providing the 6 types of database engines are providing. The 6 database engines are Amazon Aurora, Oracle, Amazon SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and MariaDB. I'll show you while explaining the AWS RDS in hands-on. Those 6 database engines are supporting the AWS. Amazon Aurora, Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and MariaDB. Out of these, MySQL is providing the free service. That's about the AWS is providing the different types of the databases are supporting. The different databases are supporting relational database, key value database, in-memory database, document database, wide column database, graph database, time series database, and the ledger database. We have skipped the time series database. You'll see that the time series database. Time series database store data in time order and appended only and as append only. We can query data over various time intervals. Time series data are simply measurements or events that are tracked, monitored, or downsample and aggregate over the time. In which type of application we are using time series databases? Application performance monitoring we are using. Trades in market we are using. Sensor data for storing the data we are using. DevOps application we are using. Networking data and many other types of analytical data we are using time series database. How the AWS is supporting the time series database by using which service means Amazon Time Stream. With that service, the AWS is providing the time series database. Okay, those are the different types of databases are supporting the AWS. The different types of the databases is nothing but those are the different types of databases. Relational database, key value database, in-memory database, document database, wide column database, graph database, time series, and the ledger database. So the AWS is supporting those databases. That's about the basics of the AWS database types.